Proponents of the National Resistance Movement administration have rated the pursuit of national interests as the topmost foreign policy objective that President Museveni has been keen to implement.
You cannot talk about security and you exclude the name Yoweri Museveni, because we played a big role at the continental level. We've sent troops to the different parts of the country and we've made progress. Somalia, name it.
Our foreign interest at that time was, first of all, to shape the image of Uganda. The world to know there is a country called Uganda, which is developing, which has these resources, which has this capacity, which is not the Uganda of Amin.
National interest is pegged on peace and security, whose attainment is hinged on the deployment of the Uganda People's Defense Forces on operations within and in the region.
Every minute you don't protect your interests, you are dead meat. So that's why you must build your strength, because it's that strength and the knowledge that you have strength that helps you on the negotiating table.
However, Ogallo vehemently opposes the projected notion that the deployment in the neighboring states is responsible for the security there. Ogallo contends that Uganda has played a destabilizing role in the neighboring states.
This thing of security, we should not even talk about it. We have been disruptive. Yes, peace might come later on, but we have been disruptive in this region. Eh? You think that the people who were overthrown in Rwanda by RPF, you think they think that we did not attack Rwanda?
Sharply pointed out is the animosity Kampala had with Sudan, sparked by the support for the late John Garang's Sudan People's Liberation Army against Khartoum, which supported the Lord Resistance Army.
How can you say, oh, we have done so well bringing security in South Sudan, when actually we were very instrumental in the war in Sudan?
Also singled out is the legal entry into the Democratic Republic of Congo that resulted in the 1996 and 1998 wars.
Is it that Rwanda and Uganda invaded that country to oust him? And even SADC, also Zambia and Zimbabwe and others also brought in their side to support Mobutu. Wasn't there a war there? And now because things have cooled down, you think we have forgotten? And now you are telling us that, we have stabilized the Congo? You can't claim that.
If the world was perfect, then there would be no need for religious groups. Churches and mosques survive because there is injustice in society. The day injustice in society stops, religion will die a natural death. Therefore, where there are two individuals or two countries in the world, you don't expect them to agree every day.
Uganda has continuously deployed forces to Somalia for 19 years now.
Some of these wars we go into, internationally they give us a very good name. Like we have stabilized Somalia. So internationally, it serves the international community very well.
The international community to build trust in us. And diplomatically, I think there is that trust at the continental level. When there is a problem anywhere, the first call comes to Kampala. At the global level, when there is a problem in Africa, the first call comes to Kampala. So that one is not a small achievement. The diplomats have also done their part.
Other than the international recognition, Ogallo argues that other states have benefited more from the deployment of Ugandan forces in a foreign land.
To what extent has our stabilizing Somalia and having Ugandans die in the fight there, to what extent has it also been in our interest? In as much as it is in the interest of big business corporations in America and Europe, which use that strait, and they are now no longer pirates from Somalia.
He disapproves of the notion that the deployments were the means of opening doors to trading in the region, except for the Central African Republic, where Kampala has previously deployed boots on the ground. South Sudan Democratic Republic of Congo and Somalia have become members of the East African Community Economic Bloc.
Suppose that we were not in Somalia, wouldn't we export to Somalia or to Sudan? Must we deploy our soldiers out in order to do business? Or you can do business without soldiers being there? Do all these other countries which are doing well, like Kenya, like Tanzania, do they all have to deploy soldiers outside their borders in order to do business?
Also, Ogallo argues that even internally, foreigners hold an upper hand in investment.
We know for a fact that most investments are done by outsiders. But we know that, for example, you do not have minimum wage. So a foreign investor dictates what Ugandans will earn. In many countries, there is always a minimum wage to ensure that you balance between the investor and your citizen.
The proponents and the critics of President Museveni agree that his main foreign policy success has been the revival of the East African community over the past 40 years. Consensus surrounds Uganda's commitment to non-alignment. These are some of the foreign policy objectives stipulated in the Constitution, which are singled out as the best way to assess how Uganda has related with the rest of the world. This is the focus of the next story. Jackson Onyango, NTV.